Hello everyone and welcome to the lecture on types of AWS services. So AWS operates three different categories of services based on their fault isolation boundary. So they are zonal services, regional services and global services. So let's take a look at zonal services first. One, availability zone independence, AZI. It enables specifying deployment zones for resources, enhancing fault tolerance and reducing latency. Amazon EC2 and EBS. So the key examples of zonal services that operate independently across availability zones are these two, EC2 and EBS. Third, independent operational zones ensures that failures are contained within a single zone, minimizing cross-zone dependencies. Zonal versus regional control planes. Zonal services have their own control planes, with AWS offering regional control planes for broader management. Building resilient architectures. Utilizing multiple availability zones can significantly increase system availability and fault tolerance. Static stability and dynamic scaling. Strategies to manage capacity and maintain service availability during zone failures. So this feature comes with zonal services. AWS local zones and outpost. So bring AWS services closer to end users, improving resilience to control plane impairments and network connectivity issues. So zonal services bring services using a feature called AWS local zones and outpost, which is a way to have low latency with your customers on-premises data centers. So next we will discuss about regional services. Unified multi-AZ deployment. AWS group services across multiple AZs, providing a single regional endpoint for simpler user interaction. Amazon SQS and DynamoDB. These are the two examples. There are many, but these two are the most popular services. So demonstrating the use of AZ independence and redundancy to enhance service availability and durability. Minimizing infrastructure failure risk. So leveraging AZ's independence and redundancy to reduce the availability and durability risk associated with the infrastructure failures. Automatic AZ recovery. Amazon S3 for example. So designed to spread data across AZs and recover automatically from AZ failures, highlighting the robustness of AWS services. Single regional endpoint interaction. So customers interact with AWS services through a single regional endpoint, simplifying access and management. Multi-region architecture for high availability. So it encourages the use of multi-region deployments for achieving higher availability and business continuity, leveraging regional isolation to avoid correlated failures. Complex failover planning and coordination. So it outlines the challenges and necessary planning for multi-region architecture and application failover, emphasizing the need for meticulous coordination across engineering and business teams. Next we'll see global services. So global services characteristics. AWS services with non-region specific resources, achieving static stability by separating control plane and the data planes. Unified control plane and data planes. So global services feature a single control plane regionally hosted with a globally distributed data plane. So they have a global services have control plane will be in a fixed region, for example US East 1 or something like that, but the data plane will be distributed so that it does not affect all the services globally, but you can still be able to configure and make changes. So partitional services. Example, IAM, Identity and Access Management, IAM. Services like IAM have a single control plane on one AWS region, which is US East 1, with data planes distributed across all regions within a partition. Edge network services, Route 53. So Route 53 control plane in a specific AWS partition with data planes in global points of presence and AWS region. Global single region operations. Certain operations impact globally, relying on a single region different from resource location. Sixth, dependency management, strategies to manage dependencies on global services control planes, promoting reliable, high availability and disaster recovery mechanisms without single points of failure. And that's all. Thanks for watching.